For a long, long time, I was of the opinion that Hillary Clinton would never be the Democrat presidential nominee. And the reason why was because the more visible Hillary Clinton is, the less people like her. I said it many times. She is abrasive. She is unlikable. She is off-putting. She is aggravating. She is tiresome. She turns people off. She repels people. She drives people away. Makes you, when you see her on your TV screen, it makes you want to put an axe through it. Even if it's a 52-inch plasma screen. I mean, you just want to, you pick up the brick and, ah! People don't like Hillary Clinton, and the more they see her, the less they like her. And, you know, for a long time, after it became clear that Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, was not running for the Democrat presidential nomination and that Hillary would get it, I wondered, how are they going to do this? How are they going to run her campaign? How can you run a campaign and not campaign? Because as I say, the more visible Hillary Clinton is, the less popular she becomes. I mean, it harkens back to the front porch campaign that Benjamin Harrison ran for president in 1888 against Grover Cleveland, where he didn't campaign. He just let people come to him that's why they called it a front porch campaign. You know, people, supporters, well-wishers, whatever, would come to his house in Indianapolis, Indiana. I think it was in Indianapolis. And how can you run a front porch campaign in the media crazy early 21st century? How would that work? Well, now we have our answer, folks. Now we have our answer. And it's encapsulated wonderfully in a post from Leon Wolf at Red State the other day. And here's the headline: Is Hillary Clinton even running for president? But see, the better question is, does she even have to? Now, Mr. Wolf took pictures of CNN.com at two different points on Monday. Obviously, this is just one media outlet, but it's fairly representative of the coverage I've seen from around the media spectrum recently, this week. Note that Hillary Clinton just finished her convention and has done her own media tour over the weekend. Well, this was from this morning, or Tuesday morning. Two headlines. First one, according to Khan, the parents of the Muslim U.S. soldier who was killed in Iraq in 2004 that were featured at the Democrat convention. Headline, Khan, decent Republicans stand with me. Well, I don't stand with Khan. I simply understand why the Democrats used him as a convention pawn, as a PR, a propaganda pawn, piece, symbol. I don't stand with Khan. It's not standing with Khan to observe that it's foolish to get into a pissing match with the parents of a soldier who was killed in action, a U.S. soldier killed in action in Iraq 12 years ago who just happened to be Muslim. Just say, I'm sorry for your loss, I honor your son's service, move on. It's a no-win scenario. You don't gain anything from engaging it, from engaging the cons. That's what Trump did. Trump's an idiot. But that was one headline. Khan, decent Republicans stand with me. And then from Tuesday night, Trump's terrible 72 hours. Spat with Gold Star family, Ukraine error prompt uproar. There was exactly one mention of Hillary Clinton, and that's a sidebar note indicating that she's retaken the lead in the polls. All over both television and internet, it was the same thing. Everyone talked all day about Trump, which Trump loves. Trump subscribes to the Eric Bischoff adage, controversy creates cash. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Well, yeah, there is. There is, actually. Mrs. Clinton was mentioned in the context of her post-DNC bounce, which is positive for her, but mainly to illustrate that Trump has fallen. Otherwise, it was Trump, Trump, Trump everywhere. Even at Red State, it was Trump, Trump, Trump everywhere. They had a few stories on the front page that were critical of Hillary. Whenever those stories were on the top slot, traffic bombed. Put up a story about Trump, the traffic goes back up. Mrs. Clinton's actual presence is beside the point. Everything is about what prism you view the phenomenon of Trump through, or about what prism through which you view the phenomenon of Trump, to put it grammatically correctly. The interesting thing is that this is by design on the part of both campaigns. And both campaigns share a common goal: to get Hillary Clinton elected the 45th President of the United States. It's been said by Mr. Wolf many times before that always being the topic of conversation is a deliberate tactic on Trump's part, but not to get himself elected, but just to stroke his ego. He just can't resist being, he's pathologically addicted to publicity, being the center of attention. He doesn't care if he wins or not, although he's deluded himself. His narcissism has deluded him into believing that he will, but he won't. It only works to the benefit of Mrs. Clinton. I'm building up to a point here. Now, where other people have a crisis management team, Trump has a crisis generation team. He always has to have the media talking about him no matter what. Meanwhile, Hillary's strategy, interestingly enough, has been since day one of her primary to keep as low a profile as possible, because the more visible Hillary Clinton is, the less people like her. Avoiding the media as much as she feels she can get away with. In the primary, she did it so as not to dent her aura of inevitability. In the general, she's doing it in the belief that Trump will destroy himself. And that's the whole point. Hillary Clinton could only run a front porch campaign, a low visibility campaign, with Donald Trump as her opponent. I mean, if she had an actual Republican opponent, if Scott Walker or Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio were her opponent, they would be out campaigning for conservative principles, advancing conservative policies, attacking her record, which is god-awful, woefully bad. And she would have to defend it. She would have to campaign for her ideas. She couldn't hide. She couldn't run a front porch campaign. She couldn't run a low-profile campaign. You wouldn't have thought that such a thing was possible in the media. Again, the media-crazy early 21st century. Now we know how it's possible, because the Republicans nominated Donald Trump. Donald Trump goes out there. I mean, every time Donald Trump opens his mouth, it's an in-kind contribution to the Clinton campaign. Every single time. And with the spotlight always on Trump, and Trump making an ass of himself constantly, sure, he's entertaining. That doesn't mean people are going to vote for him. It makes Hillary Clinton look like a stateswoman by comparison, makes her look like the lesser of two decided evils. It's like it's been said of Hillary, she's awful, but she's conventional awful. She's not crazy awful. And that's how Hillary Clinton's going to get elected. She doesn't have to show her face. She doesn't have to be the center of attention, because Trump is the one who is getting her elected single-handedly. Both candidates are now playing that role to perfection. Both dedicated to that common goal of getting Mrs. Clinton elected. The interesting thing will be to see whose gamble with respect to the media will work. Well, there's not a question of either or. They're working toward the same goal. Because both of them are playing their hands exactly the way they want to toward that same goal of making Hillary Clinton the 45th President of the United States. Congratulations, Trumplicans.